everybody! Today we are going to be going to Pentridge Jail and I'm very excited but I'm also very scared. So I'm going to be bringing you guys along to experience what is the Pentridge Jail and just to show you around the jail and what people used to experience. So don't forget to like, subscribe and comment and tap the notification bell so you do not miss any videos like mine. And guys, let's get ready and let's go! We are now walking towards the entrance of the Pentridge Jail on this beautiful sunny day, and today we are going to be doing two tours. We're going to be doing Division B and Division H. We now have just entered the jail and I'm just showing you around the yard. This is our tour guide and he's just explaining some past things about the jail, and down there is H Block, and as you'll see later on in this video what H Block is and what a terrible place it is. And I guess the sad thing about this is that they had to knock a few buildings down to add a shopping centre inside the prison walls. Now in a second the tour guide is just going to be showing you a photo of what the prisoners actually used to wear while they were in the yard. And during that time, they had to wear a mask with cut out in the eyes, and they were identified as numbers, not names, which is quite unfortunate for a lot of people in the prisons because they had to be identified by a lot of numbers as well. And then pretty much a lot of the women and a lot of children were down in H Block, as again I will show you in the video. And it's just a bunch of history and a bunch of information about the people in B Block as well, or B Division. We are now walking into Division B and we're just walking through the entrance, and we are going to be entering Chapman's office, which is a priest who the prisoners would go and talk to for psychology or just someone to talk to. The tour guide is giving us an example of what the room was used for, and a lot of the prisoners used to go talk to the priest about talking to family and friends, which aka is talking to their criminal friends to try and smuggle drugs over the jail wall in a tennis ball filled with some sort of drugs or some alcohol in there as well. We are now walking past the hallway to get into the actual B Division cells, and what's a funny fact about this is that the bottom half has actually been used for history, and the top part, as we're seeing in here, is actually a hotel room which costs $699 to book a room on the top level of the cells. So I don't know who would want to stay in cells for a night or two, but not me. We are now walking to the prison cells where prisoners actually used to stay in their time of punishment. And when I'm showing you the stairs, those stairs are for people who are staying at the hotel for the one night. And yet again, these are real cells where real prisoners used to stay. So I'm just showing you two different types of rooms, and I'll go into more details when I get to them. So this is the first room where people used to, who were bad, they would get that room, didn't have very much privileges like TVs and a bit more freedom. But in this room, you're allowed to have TVs, a fan, a proper bed, and actually some proper lighting in the room. First room I showed you at the beginning is the room again for people unfortunate who have to pee in a bucket, who have to lay on the concrete floor, and you have a really thin blanket, and that is the only lighting they managed to get, and they only have a desk and a little light bulb to use for their reading. The next room is the most better room that has a proper bed, a TV, and it actually has a bookshelf and lots of lights so people can play chess, read a book, and just do some work when they can do in the spare time. This is a picture of the ladder that someone tried to escape out of jail using this ladder out of that room. This room is just giving you guys a bit of information about the last woman and the last man to be executed at Pentridge Jail by using the noose. This picture is just showing the last woman who got executed in Pentridge Jail. Her name was called Jean Lee, and she got executed on the 19th of February 1951. This is the last man and person to be ever hung by a noose in Pentridge Jail, and his name was called Ronald Ryan, and he sadly got executed in February 3rd, 1967. This is the actual noose that killed Ronald Ryan. This is the door of a prisoner's cell, and as you can tell, it is very heavy and it's from metal and it is very thick, so you cannot imagine any prisoners getting out of the cell anytime soon. This is an example of a room search done by a prison guard looking for contraband and drugs. Here are some examples of the weapons that the prisoners used to make in their spare time that the prison guards have found during their room search. And as you can tell, a lot of them are used by toothbrushes, a lot of them are used from soap bottles, a lot of them are from batteries, and the tennis balls, believe it or not, are actually to smuggle drugs in, only people throw them over the wall. The prisoners were allowed an hour a day out of their cells to get some exercise. This is the courtyard where the prisoners were brought to do their daily exercise for an hour out of the 24 hours in their cell. Yet again, this courtyard never used to look like this. Guys, we've just finished our first tour and now we are going to be doing another tour of the jail. So please stay tuned, and I'm going to be doing a lot of voiceovers when it comes to inside the jail because I've not been talking. So that is what I'm going to be doing. And now we're just going to be eating a snack. I got myself some Powerade and a gingerbread man. And we're going to be sitting and we're going to be enjoying the rest of this beautiful day today in Melbourne, a top of 22 today. Like, honestly, how can this day get even better? See you guys, stick around. This is H Division, and this is where they put misbehaved prisoners when they have run amok or they have hurt somebody in actual jail. One of the prisoners in H Division you may have all heard of is Mark Reed, aka Chopper. This is the inside of H Division, and when we walked in, it was freezing cold, it was dark, it was very, very old and worn out. This jail cell was used for prisoners who were waiting to be executed. In the room, they had a toilet, they had a separate room if they were a bit psychotic, they would have to go on there so they wouldn't hurt or attack any of the prisoners, and they would just have a stool to sit and wait. I was in the cell room by myself filming, and as you can see, the light turned on and off, and I have a funny suspicion it was a spirit in the room with me, but that is just my opinion. This cell shows us the mugshots of some of the most hard criminals who went to Pentridge Jail in H Division. As I'm walking up the stairs, this is incredible. I'm going up the stairs, and where guards used to walk and other prisons used to be. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Guards used to walk up and down to get prisoners. This is absolutely chilling, and this is crazy. How many people were in these prisons? Used to get hit, who used to have to do jobs and work, and if they don't do them, then they'll get hit again. It's really sad how many people used to get hit, so, well, I'll be damned. And by the way, all of this stuff that you see on the walls is actual real graffiti. This is so cool. everyone, we just finished the jail and I got myself these cute, adorable handcuffs I could put on my keys. It was amazing. What I loved about it was it was very informational, it was very historic, and we learned a lot about B Division and H Division and how different and how challenging it is. I highly recommend, if you guys are in Melbourne, I highly recommend going to the Pentridge Jail. The tour guys were so friendly, the people there were really kind, and they've got a really good area of like buying some really good stuff. And I'll show you what my dad got, because he got himself like a big pair of like keys and stuff. So highly recommend you going. I give it a 10 out of 10. I definitely enjoyed, and so yeah, so thank you guys for joining me on this beautiful day today. I just want to say, please make sure you like and comment and subscribe, and have a beautiful and fantastic day today, and I will see you next time. Bye.